Well,
Oof.
there you go. We've got the story of Zara and the Tsar and his wife Shara in the Sahara in the town of Bukhara. So it's nothing if not consistent. So let's have a look at those moments that would have made the hair stand on the back of your neck, and thinking perhaps first of all about the belly dancing. Have you thought at all about the way she was dressed in your head and the fact that that's not the norm?
I wasn't showing anything, I remember that, and that's why I couldn't understand why the Tsar had gone for me, because I wasn't provocative enough, I think.
Well, most people would think, if they were to be making it up, they would think of a belly dancer being the typical, sort of bare midriff and the sequins, and that's not what you came up with.
No, it was
So where's
silks.
that come from?
I have no idea. I just remember it being very vivid, and that I was covered in silk. It was silks, not sequins and, like what we would call a belly dancer now.
Do you know anything about the Ottoman Empire?
No, not a thing. But the weird thing in that, for me, was I remember Andrea saying, do you recognise the musician? And I said, no, because I can't see his eyes. And that was a big shock for me, because they were blindfolded, obviously, and I didn't know that.
What about that moment, that horrible moment when you were drowned? And we're all sitting there, we've watched it all through thinking, who was it? Who was it? She says she knew the person. So you're saying that you know the person in that life who's come through into this life?
I do.
So the person who drowned you in the bath is someone that you recognise in this life?
Yes, I do. I knew it straight away. I looked into her eyes, and even some of her mannerisms were exactly the same. I thought, oh my gosh, that's,
Is this a professional or a personal relationship?
Personal.
It's a personal
It's
relationship.
a personal relationship.
But it was someone you trusted?
Yeah.
You were killed by someone you trusted?
Yes, that's right, I was.
What about the drowning itself?
It's very strange, because when I was being drowned, it happened so quickly that now I'm not afraid of dying. Even how painful it would be, I know that it'll be very, very quick. That's been good for me.
Well, let's talk a little bit about the fact that you said you'd hoped to find some answers on love and finding the right man. Did you find any answers?
Yes, I think I did. Gosh, this is quite deep, isn't it? I have always been attracted to someone who I thought could take care of me. So I've always gone for a certain type of man that ends up controlling me. So this time, since that, I'm going for a completely different type of person.
So since your regression, you've changed the sort of person that you look for?
Yes. I've had a few very powerful, very wealthy suitors, if you like, and I've never gone for that at all. And I go for musicians. I've got a penchant for musicians, and I find them very exciting, and I admire talent. So I do go for that.
Do you have a musician in your life at the moment?
Yes, I do.
Do you?
Yeah, which is quite strange. I actually broke up with him thinking, oh, this is not going to work, mainly because he couldn't support me. Although I've got enough to support myself, and him for that matter, it was always, oh gosh, no, he might not be able to support me. Now it's like, my goodness, what are you doing? You had all that in that past life, which you were so unhappy in, and now I'm going to give it a chance.
So are you saying that that Zara and her life with the Tsar in that palace, that opulent lifestyle, was like a big signpost? No, this is not what you want. This is not what you're after. You don't want the rags, the riches. You actually are quite happy to have the rags.
Yeah, I totally believe that, because I have had it all, and I wasn't happy at all in that life. I really was not happy. And now I can sort of move on and understand why I keep doing that and why I keep following a pattern, and now I shall break the pattern. I'm not going to be ruled by my head anymore. I'm going to be ruled by my heart.
Of course, the other people we've got to ask are the experts. What have they made of what's come out of your mind? Have a look at this.
In Jane McDonald's hypnotic regression, the storyline there seems to be very, very similar to the subplot in Moulin Rouge. And again, Jane's used it to great effect.
In many ways, a kind of classic romance, a Cinderella on steroids, a girl dancing in the in the throne room of a czar or king or whatever he was.
In the past life, she learnt that love is much more important than money. And also, she's brought that philosophy through into this lifetime now. So this has had a huge healing impact on an emotional level for Jane.
So there you go, that's what the experts think. But of course, when it comes down to it, there is only one question. What do you believe now? Have you been here before? If I had to push you for an answer, yes or no, what would you say?
Yes, I honestly think so.
There you go. Join us next time for another chance to explore the possibility that we have all been here before.